What is going on, guys? I just want to do another quick update on altcoins, especially Satoshi and Runecoin. So let's go back where we left off. Perfect. Zoom in. Okay, cool. All right, perfect. So this is exactly what I spoke about on the last update. Go ahead and watch that update. But anyways, what I mentioned was that these trend lines, you become very dependent on these trend lines now, right? When it starts to break these uptrends, right? Because in my opinion, I still consider this price discovery in this region here. And as you can see, it actually went below the price it even opened at initially on the when it got listed on the exchange. So when it loses, in this case, it's not even an uptrend, right, guys? I mentioned in the last update that, this is not even an uptrend, it's a downtrend. So if you think about it, if price is losing, if price is losing an uptrend in an uptrend, what do you think will happen when price loses its trend when it's downtrending, right? It's gonna drop significantly, and I think that's why pretty much it dropped to where it's at, because right, the same trend line that brought it up, guys, is fuck, this is insane, right? Same trend line that brought up is the same trend line that brought it down. So, in my opinion, guys, this is somewhere where I'd honestly be interested in. Um, Obviously, give it some time because if you guys remember, right, when it comes to volatile drops, that means longer accumulation, right? So when the apex was initially May 13, 2024, because of the volatile drop, now the new apex is, not longer now, right? It has increased to, May 17, May 18. So, oops. So, um, yeah, so that's what you guys want to be aware about for new coins like these. I don't say I didn't tell you so because I did tell you guys. So let's update this chart. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I keep pressing escape. Let's update this chart. So we're gonna move this, right? Not to here now, right? We're gonna evolve it to here, okay? Okay. Now as crazy as that seems, it's not far-fetched to go back to the 59 cent range. That's not impossible, guys. The fact that it tested that 60 cent region actually makes it even more possible for even to retest this range here now. Okay, so what we're going to do here is that we're going to move this to there. That's an untested 4-hour level, right? That's the body. It did end up hard closing above it once, but two red candles, especially with these volatile candles below, good luck. That's not holding. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to make these dotted. Let's make these lines a little bit thicker for us to see easier. Perfect. Test the levels. Okay. Um, at this point, we're gonna have to go to the 1 hour. We have no choice but to go to the 1 hour. Okay. You can think of the 4 hour time frame as like our daily, weekly, if that makes sense, right? You can consider the 4 hours our macro time frames, if that makes sense. All right. So, okay. I want to array these downtrends. Oops. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I keep pressing escape. I'm so used to trading view. I'm not used to charting on the actual exchange. So here, there, there. Cool. Yeah, Gate.io has some of the weirdest shortcuts. Okay, cool. So there you go. That's the local, very local apex. Okay, and you can see there's that local breakout. There, evolve it, evolve it. Okay, cool. As you can see here, there's just this blank empty space here, right? Um, Pretty much Satoshi is holding on to this 1 hour uptrend. That's it. Period. That was the apex marked on, on the 13th, continuously respected, broke out. Um, Now it's hanging on to a 1 hour uptrend. Okay, let's make that solid. Perfect. So again, if 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 Satoshi, right, loses this 1 hour uptrend, right? Actually, let's see if there's any support there. Okay, cool. If Satoshi, I mean, that doesn't really matter, but if Satoshi loses his 1 hour uptrend, guys, right? Yes, you do have a 1 hour support, but I'm sorry, I don't think that's really going to hold, considering it's been already tested. You have this empty space here, right? Where the same trend that brings it up, same trend that brings it down. Yes, it's a red candle, but it's still moved up, right? So if this 1 hour uptrend fails to hold, this would be another heavy accumulation period for a lot of people. Okay, maybe not as much as there was here initially, but in my opinion, there will be a nice solid bounce if it does retest this untested 4 hour region. Worst comes to worst, it continues to go in a downtrend, right? It continues to respect these downtrends. Um, that's if it, pretty much goes down here. And at that point, guys, I would consider this a high risk. Well, I've always it. I mean, I've considered a high risk the whole time, but definitely something to be mindful about, not something you want to go all in because it's in a downtrend, right? This is not an uptrend, guys. If you zoom out, it's not an uptrend. It's in a downtrend. So, it could continuously go down until, it goes to 3 cents, 2 cents. You never know, right? We just know that we are very now reliant on these trend lines, okay? So when price breaks out of these trend lines, you could think of it as probably you have to be more cautious, right? Extremely way more cautious than you would have if there was, historical price action with supports here, there, um, because as you just saw, it dropped significantly, right? Um, so yeah, if anyone that's in Satoshi or looking for Satoshi, definitely keep watch of this 1 hour uptrend. Personally, I'm going to be interested in if it hits this 4 hour, I'm most definitely interested in it. But let's say it does go down to this 4 hour tested support, I mean untested support, you can either play the bounce, um, or if you do decide to hold, thinking it's going to go much higher back in the $3 range or whatever, you have to make sure the bleeding has stopped, right? So if it goes down here, you want to make sure Satoshi is able to move out sideways, aka accumulation, because that confirms the bleeding has stopped. If it goes down, drops here, finds accumulation, and then breaks, has a fail move up, it's very small, and then retests the same far level again, and it starts to hard close below this, most definitely it's going to go down to the next support region, which is down here, okay? And that's when you are, pretty much screwed because, you're buying in here and you have intentions to hold, for much later. So with these type of trades, either, in my opinion, I personally always play the bounce. I mean, again, guys, I'm not really an investor, only invest into, 3, 4 coins. This is not something I would invest in. I mean, you need to teach your own. I don't know the fundamentals like that, but again, when it comes to a coin like this, I rather just play the bounce, a quick, nice bounce. I mean, how big was this bounce? You know, um, from here to there, that's only 75%, guys, right? That's how much some of us made holding on to one of these some altcoins in months, right? So that's why I look at coins like these. I always like to play the bounce. Okay, so that's Satoshi. Let's go over Dogcoin. I think this is it. Where is it? Yeah, Dogcoin. Okay, so from the last time we saw Dogcoin, it was actually pretty decent looking. Let's see what it looks like now. Okay, so here's that 4 hour. We actually evolved up to there. Massive rejection. Ended up hard closing in the body of this uptrend. Not a good sign. Starts acting as resistance, and you guys know what happens when it. Guys, you know what happens when we lose an uptrend. It goes to the next support in the respective time frame, and that's what happened on the 4 hour time frame. And because this was already tested, and considering we also broke below an uptrend, it went down even further back to this point. Okay, so um, yeah, even if you evolved it from here or even here. It doesn't matter. Right now, it's actually in a downtrend right now. Okay, I know it doesn't look like it, but it's a very, very subtle downtrend. And the next apex isn't until the 15th. What's today? The 14th? Yeah. So in literally one day. So a huge breaking point for Dogcoin because if this downtrend breaks, right, it's in a downtrend, right? If it loses an uptrend, it's gonna fall pretty drastically. But what happens if it loses a downtrend? It's much worse, right? So again, you have all this. Wow, you have all this empty space here, right? Same train that brought it up, maybe the same train that brought it down, just like Satoshi. So again, any of you guys that are currently in this coin, I would advise you just keep watch, um, and just be mindful of, just be mindful, okay? Um, Perfect, yeah. And so, this is the reason why I just wanted a quick update on all these, especially Dog and Satoshi, because I know we've been going over it for quite some time. Um, but yeah, so um, yeah, I mean, honestly, if you want to play out the apex here, you could always find, accumulate within this range. This is not so this is accumulation, right, guys? This is not wrong to accumulate in this area. It's not. It's a support, right? And now it's your decision, right? Let's say if you did accumulate on this range, you're currently up 5%, right? And you can currently keep holding, currently at a profit of 5%, but currently, you can actually technically continue holding until until the apex breakout, and maybe play this untested level for 15%. Whereas if it starts to break below on the 1 hour and starts to retest this downtrend, it's gonna drop, guys. So you have to set this is why limits are so important. Whether that be if you want to put 10% stop losses, 15% stop losses, or even 5% stop loss. Maybe that wouldn't be advisable for these because these candle boxers are so volatile. Um, so definitely just something to consider, okay, guys. Um, but yeah, these are your levels for Dogcoin. So definitely not as bad as Satoshi, but yeah. And if any of you guys have any questions or comments, or maybe I missed something, please drop it down below. And yeah, hopefully this helps you guys. I will catch you on the next update tomorrow. Peace.